Hi, it's Stacy from Proven Winners ColorChoice Shrubs. And today I'm going to try to demystify a question that we get a lot on our feedback line and from people who buy our Winterberry hollies. And that is, how do you tell the difference between a male and a female holly? Now, hollies, or the genus Ilex, have kind of a unique characteristic, and that's that they are dioecious. That translates to two houses. And what it actually means for you as a gardener is that the male flowers and the female flowers are on completely separate individual plants. In order to get fruit, you actually need to have a male plant and at least one female plant. Without the two of them, you're not going to see any fruit. Now, the male won't get any fruit at all. Its job is really just to produce the pollen that will actually allow the berries on the female plant to develop. One of the questions that we get from people who have at least a basic understanding that they need a male and female holly in order to get fruit is, how many males do I plant to the ratio of females? And what we generally recommend is that one male can pollinate up to 5 female plants, and they should be planted within about 40 feet of each other. That's about the average distance you can expect pollinating insects to fly during their foraging trips, so pollination actually occurs and the berries develop. Now, the only time you can tell for sure if a plant is male or female is when it is in flower. The absence of berries doesn't necessarily indicate that a plant is a male, because there's actually several different reasons why a female plant might not be fruiting. And you can actually read about all of those in our Ultimate Guide to Winterberry Holly on the Proven Winners website. We'll link that in the comments. But right now I'm just going to show you what the flowers look like and what you can look for while the plants are in bloom to determine if you have male or female plants and if you have the right proportions. I'm standing in front of a male plant, and you can't tell that unless you look a little bit closer at the flowers. And what you'll see is that the flowers, when you look closely at them, contain a sort of little crown in the center of fluffy yellow anthers. Those are the pollen-bearing part of the plant. So basically, when an insect visits a male flower, it's going to get covered in pollen, and then when it visits a nearby female flower, that pollen is going to transfer to the female flower and result in a berry. So to tell it's a male flower, you need to look closely and look for these fluffy yellow stamens in the center. Now I'm standing in front of a female plant, and you can tell again by taking a close look at the flowers. And when we look up close into the female flowers, what you see is that they have this little green dot in the center. That is actually the ovary that will turn into the berry. So that green dot is kind of your clue that you should be looking for that it's a female variety of Winterberry holly. And this goes for all sorts of holly, not just Winterberry holly, but blue holly, inkberry holly, longstalk holly, any type of holly you have. They're all going to have these same characteristics between their male and female flowers. So you want to look for that green dot. Now, a lot of female flowers have what's known as false anthers. And basically those are fake organs that the plant puts out to trick the insect into thinking it's going to get some pollen when it visits this flower. Now, it's not. Don't let that be the determining characteristic that you use to figure it out. You want to make sure that it has that prominent green dot in the center, and then you know you have a female flower. So how do you know which male pollinates which female? The answer is all in the plant tag. There are 2 different basic groups of Winterberry holly: early blooming and late blooming. You want to make sure that your male and female plants are from the same group so that their bloom times overlap and you will get best pollination. So again, take a look at the website, take a look at the plant tag. It will have specific recommendations of which variety or varieties you can use as compatible pollinators. If you have any additional questions, first be sure to check out our Ultimate Guide to Winterberry Holly on the Proven Winners website. It's linked in the description below, or you can leave a comment and we'll get back to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more gardening videos.